Walking is one of those fundamental activities that might be taken for granted, especially when you've done it almost every day of your life. As the years accumulate, you may have grown used to moving at a pace that feels right for you, or you might have become accustomed to certain habits that you don't even notice. Yet walking is more than just getting from one point to another. It is a crucial exercise that supports balance, strengthens muscles, and keeps circulation flowing throughout your body. Even when other forms of physical fitness start to feel a bit too strenuous, a well-paced walk can serve as a valuable method of staying active, promoting heart health, and sustaining flexibility. Despite its simplicity, walking can either nurture your overall well-being or contribute to weakening legs if you make subtle mistakes. Over time, seemingly harmless habits might slowly chip away at the strength in your legs, leaving you more vulnerable to fatigue, balance problems, and the risk of falls. For those who have reached their golden years, it becomes even more important to ensure that each step is intentional and aligned with practices that preserve stability. The surprising truth is that even if you have walked countless miles over the decades, there might still be a few overlooked behaviors that are making your legs weaker. These habits can stem from factors like wearing the wrong shoes, ignoring small aches that later develop into bigger issues, or letting posture slip more often than you realize. Perhaps you have dismissed these little mistakes because they seemed harmless or didn't cause immediate pain. However, these patterns, when repeated for weeks, months, or even years, can gradually diminish the strength and agility of your legs. By pinpointing these typical pitfalls and making slight adjustments, you can ensure that your walks remain beneficial and contribute to a sense of energy and vitality. A stable, confident stride in older adulthood is not just about vanity or appearance. It's about preserving independence, reducing the risk of injury, and maintaining the freedom to move around comfortably. You deserve to feel strong and balanced with every step you take, and a few mindful changes in your routine can make all the difference. When you recognize the walking mistakes that might seem small but can accumulate over time, you set yourself up for more enjoyable walks that foster a sense of confidence. In this discussion, you can expect to learn about common walking errors that many older adults fall into unintentionally, so you can immediately start making changes that strengthen your legs rather than weaken them. By being proactive and attentive to your form and habits, you create a safer, more supportive environment for your body. This is not about making drastic changes overnight. It is about small shifts that help you walk taller with greater ease and comfort. Over time, these mindful adjustments contribute to stronger legs that better support your daily activities, allowing you to maintain your mobility and independence for years to come. Before getting further, it would be wonderful to know where you're joining from. If you find value in discussions like this, a small gesture such as giving this video a like and subscribing can make a difference. Your engagement supports a continued focus on keeping your legs steady and strong. Mistake number 1, slouching or leaning forward. When you walk with a hunched back or a downward gaze, you might not notice how it slowly undermines the strength in your legs. Your body thrives on alignment, where shoulders, spine, and hips stack properly. If you slump forward, your center of gravity shifts, and your leg muscles must compensate in ways they were not designed to do continuously. Over time, this compensation can weaken certain areas of your legs because they work under unusual strain, while other muscles remain underutilized. You might see this as a trade-off for comfort, especially if leaning forward feels familiar, but the price could be a weakened core and thighs. To correct this, you want to focus on standing tall and envisioning a string pulling you upward from the top of your head. This mental trick encourages you to straighten your spine, lift your chest slightly, and keep your shoulders back rather than rounding them forward. Bending your knees gently can help absorb impact without forcing your legs to bear too much weight in unnatural positions. You might also pay attention to looking ahead rather than at the ground directly in front of you. When you consistently practice good posture, you support balanced muscle engagement, allowing your legs to move more efficiently with each stride. You also reduce the risk of hip, knee, and lower back pain by keeping your spine aligned, since an upright posture spreads the workload more evenly among your body's joints and muscle groups. Rather than allowing any single set of muscles to do all the lifting, you distribute the effort to your core, your glutes, and your upper legs. Over time, these areas grow stronger instead of fatigued. If you struggle to maintain this posture, starting with short walks while consciously keeping your back straight can be enough to train your body to adopt this healthier alignment. When you take advantage of a tall, aligned stance, every step contributes to a more powerful, stable base. This subtle change can go a long way in preserving leg strength, diminishing the likelihood of joint aches and helping you navigate daily tasks with confidence. You deserve the comfort and security of upright movement, and you can achieve it simply by reassessing how you hold your body each time you head out for a walk. A simple adjustment in posture can revitalize the way your legs support you. Mistake number 2, shuffling instead of lifting your feet. Dragging your feet along the ground might seem harmless at first, especially if you are worried about tripping or find it tiresome to lift your feet with every step. However, shuffling often indicates that you are not fully engaging the muscles in your calves and thighs, and it places extra stress on your ankles. Over time, this can lead to decreased leg strength because your muscles are not receiving the challenge they need to stay strong and supportive. When you shuffle, your stride becomes shorter and your heel strike may be compromised, potentially straining your knees and hips in the process. You might also be more prone to stub your toes or catch on uneven surfaces, which can lead to stumbles or falls. If you tend to shuffle, try consciously lifting your feet just a bit higher with each step. This adjustment helps your foot clear any minor bumps or cracks in the sidewalk, reducing the chance of tripping. It also requires a little more muscle engagement. Even this small effort can strengthen your calves, ankles, and the stabilizing muscles around your knees. When you raise your feet, you encourage a proper heel-to-toe pattern, which further helps absorb impact and distribute weight evenly as you move. This alignment supports healthier joints and reduces chronic strain. In addition, observe how your footwear might be influencing your gait. Shoes that are too loose, worn out, or lacking proper arch support can prompt you to shuffle in an attempt to keep them from slipping. By investing in footwear that fits well and offers the correct amount of cushioning, you give your legs a better foundation. You may also discover that focusing on picking up your feet is easier when your shoes feel secure, stable, and comfortable. Avoid shoes with overly heavy soles that can drag you down or disrupt your natural stride. You can practice lifting your feet more deliberately even in small tasks, such as walking from one room to another at home. With time, your body will adapt to this motion, and the repetitive lift will help keep leg muscles engaged in a healthy way. You may feel a slight increase in exertion, but this effort builds stamina and guards against gradual weakening. By breaking the habit of shuffling, you gain better control of each step and contribute to a stronger, more resilient lower body. That added effort also encourages a more upright posture, making your walks feel lighter and more secure overall. Mistake number 3, taking steps that are too large or too small. Sometimes, in an attempt to move more quickly or cover more ground, you might overstride by taking steps that are too big. Although it might feel like you are making better progress, overstriding can actually strain the muscles and joints of your legs. When you take steps that extend far beyond your normal range, you can place added pressure on your knees, hips, and lower back. Over time, this can reduce the efficiency of your walk and fatigue your legs, ultimately weakening them rather than building their strength. You might also find that overstriding disrupts the natural rolling motion of the foot, making your gait feel clumsy and less steady. On the other hand, taking very tiny steps can also create problems. When you limit yourself to an unusually short stride, you may be underutilizing your muscles, preventing them from fully engaging with each step. This might develop if you are overly cautious about your balance or worried about stumbling on uneven surfaces. While caution is always wise, a stride that is too short can lead to a shuffling gait, potentially leading to the same issues associated with dragging your feet. Your legs may weaken over time because they are not challenged to support your entire body weight through a full range of motion. You can maintain an effective stride by aiming for a step length that feels natural and allows your heel to land comfortably in front of your body without stretching excessively. Picture placing your foot down directly beneath your center of gravity. This positioning helps you keep balance, engage your core, and transition smoothly from heel to toe. Additionally, focusing on a consistent rhythm rather than sudden bursts of speed can help you maintain a steady stride length. If you feel uncertain about your natural step length, you can practice in a safe environment, such as a clear hallway or a level outdoor space free from distractions and hazards. By refining your stride, you avoid the pitfalls of too large or too small steps, which can both contribute to gradual weakening. The goal is to move in a way that respects your joints, engages your muscles, and fosters a stable, confident approach to walking. As you tune in to a comfortable stride, your legs can function at their best, promoting a sense of ease and vitality rather than discomfort. A well-balanced step length not only supports better leg strength, but also helps you feel more grounded and sure-footed in day-to-day life. Mistake number 4, wearing the wrong footwear. Footwear plays a surprisingly important role in maintaining strong, healthy legs. When you wear shoes that lack arch support, have overly thin or worn-down soles, or do not fit your feet properly, you might be putting stress on different parts of your legs. This stress can accumulate gradually, leading to discomfort in the ankles, knees, or hips. Over time, the imbalance caused by ill-fitting shoes can contribute to weakening certain muscles and overworking others. You may also find yourself unconsciously changing your gait or posture to compensate for the lack of support, which can further strain your legs and exacerbate any existing problems. It is crucial to look for shoes that provide adequate cushioning, fit snugly without pinching, and align with the natural shape of your feet. Trying on footwear later in the day, when your feet tend to be slightly more swollen, can help you find a more accurate fit. In addition, make sure you have enough room in the toe box so that your toes can wiggle and spread naturally. If your footwear is too tight, you might start changing your walking pattern to alleviate pressure, reinforcing unhelpful habits. By choosing shoes that suit your foot structure and activity level, you support better balance, reduce stress on your joints, and promote a more natural stride that keeps leg muscles engaged. Some people assume that the most expensive or heavily padded sneakers are automatically the best choice. However, the key is to find shoes that properly match your feet and your walking style. If you notice signs of excessive wear on the sole, especially uneven wear, that can indicate how your feet are striking the ground and whether your shoes are still providing adequate support. Rotating pairs of shoes and replacing them as needed can help prevent the problems that arise from wearing footwear well past its prime. Additionally, focusing on smaller details such as lace tension and sock choice can make each walk more comfortable. Socks with proper cushioning and moisture-wicking properties can reduce friction and minimize the chance of blisters. With the right footwear, you can worry less about foot pain and focus more on maintaining a healthy walking routine that supports your legs. Comfort and alignment go hand in hand. When your shoes cradle your feet comfortably and distribute weight evenly, you free yourself from the need to compensate with awkward steps or posture shifts. Over the long term, this can protect your leg strength and help you stay active, allowing you to reap the full benefits of regular walking without the nagging aches and pains that come from neglected footwear considerations. Mistake number 5, overdoing it or ignoring pain. Walking is generally safe and gentle, but like any activity, it can be detrimental if taken to extremes or performed without regard for discomfort. Pushing yourself too hard in a single session can lead to inflammation, soreness, and even injury. This overexertion may mean you end up spending days recovering instead of enjoying regular, moderate walks that truly strengthen your legs. Likewise, you might feel a minor ache in your knee or foot and choose to ignore it, hoping it will disappear on its own. While occasional twinges might pass naturally, persistent pain could point to an underlying issue, such as arthritis flare-ups, tendon strain, or misalignment in your joints. If left unchecked, small problems can develop into chronic conditions that weaken your legs, reduce mobility, and discourage you from walking at all. The key is to pay attention to the signals your body sends. If you notice unusual discomfort, treat it as valuable information rather than a nuisance. You could benefit from adjusting the length or speed of your walk, applying ice packs, or doing some gentle stretching to relieve tension. Resting for a short period can allow your muscles and joints to recover, helping you avoid an extended break forced by more severe pain later. By addressing small concerns promptly, you can often prevent them from escalating into bigger problems. Healthy walking, particularly in older adulthood, is not about punishing yourself or striving to meet an arbitrary distance goal every day. It is about consistent, moderate movement that challenges your legs without overwhelming them. You may want to consult a healthcare professional if you have recurring pains or if walking becomes consistently uncomfortable. A doctor or physical therapist can identify any biomechanical issues and provide exercises tailored to your needs. They might recommend targeted stretches or strengthening routines that complement your walks. If you have concerns like plantar fasciitis, knee osteoarthritis, or hip problems, professional guidance can be invaluable in helping you continue walking safely and effectively. Addressing these issues early not only protects your leg strength, but also supports overall well-being. By recognizing your limits and respecting pain signals, you establish a healthier relationship with walking. When each step is taken with a balanced approach, you are more likely to stick with this enjoyable form of exercise for the long term. This balance prevents the cycle of overdoing it, getting injured, and then avoiding walking altogether. Instead, you build a steady routine that fosters gradual improvements in strength, endurance, and confidence in your legs. Mistake number 6, having an inconsistent walking routine. One of the most common ways to undermine leg strength is to walk sporadically. Infrequent walks, followed by long periods of inactivity, can cause your leg muscles to weaken gradually, leaving you more vulnerable to fatigue and instability. Consistency is crucial for keeping muscles engaged and responsive. When you skip too many walks or go for long stretches without regular activity, it becomes harder to regain momentum. Your legs may feel stiffer and weaker when you finally resume walking, increasing the risk of soreness or injury. Creating a regular walking schedule can help you maintain a baseline of fitness that supports your legs day in and day out. Whether that means taking a brisk walk each morning or scheduling walks a few times a week, the key is to establish a pattern your body can rely on. A consistent routine doesn't have to be intense or lengthy. Even shorter walks spread throughout the week can yield significant benefits if you do them consistently. Over time, these routine walks improve blood circulation, preserve muscle tone, and maintain the flexibility needed for everyday tasks like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair. When you have a dependable schedule, you also gain the advantage of being able to track your progress. By paying attention to how far you walk or how you feel during each session, you can recognize improvements like less breathlessness or reduced muscle fatigue. You can make gradual increases in distance or speed as your legs grow stronger, ensuring a sustainable rate of progress. An erratic walking pattern does not provide the same foundation for monitoring improvements or catching potential problems before they worsen. Furthermore, consistent walking contributes to other aspects of wellness that indirectly support your leg strength. Better cardiovascular health, improved mood, and a heightened sense of well-being can all encourage you to stay active, creating a beneficial cycle. When you walk regularly, you reinforce good habits around posture, stride length, and footwear choices, rather than allowing mistakes to become ingrained. By committing to a stable walking schedule, you give your legs the best chance to remain strong and supportive, helping you stay independent and comfortable as the years go by. The difference between sporadic walks and a steady routine can be felt in how quickly your muscles recover and grow. A simple commitment to regular movement can keep your legs robust and ready for whatever life requires. When you begin to address these walking mistakes, you set yourself on a path to stronger, healthier legs that support you more effectively in everyday life. Each of the 6 pitfalls, slouching or leaning forward, shuffling your feet, taking steps that are too large or too small, wearing unsuitable footwear, pushing yourself too hard or neglecting warning signs of pain, and walking irregularly can slowly wear away at your leg strength. By understanding how these seemingly small habits add up, you can take concrete steps to preserve mobility, vitality, and independence for the long term. A steady, thoughtful approach to walking helps you fine-tune your posture, manage discomfort before it becomes debilitating, and maintain consistent exercise. This is not about dramatic overhauls or aggressive workouts. Instead, it is about adopting straightforward, incremental changes that honor your body's natural design. Paying attention to posture, wearing supportive footwear, avoiding overexertion, and committing to a routine are all part of a balanced strategy that nurtures your legs rather than drains them. You give your muscles and joints the opportunity to adapt gradually, allowing your body to become more resilient and less prone to wear and tear. When your legs feel stable and capable, many aspects of daily life become simpler and more enjoyable. Activities like climbing stairs, standing from a seated position, or carrying groceries demand less strain. The confidence gained from stable, well-supported legs can also encourage you to remain active and engaged in social or recreational events. By acknowledging and correcting the common mistakes that may have flown under the radar in the past, you safeguard not only your physical strength but also your overall sense of well-being. Moving forward, keep in mind that small adjustments can lead to meaningful transformation. Remind yourself to stand tall, pick up your feet, choose proper shoes, listen to your body's signals, and stay consistent with your walks. Each step holds the possibility of renewed vigor, making day-to-day activities feel more accessible and less draining. There is no reason to let hidden habits undermine the strength you have built over a lifetime. By attending to these details, you empower yourself to walk with greater purpose, security, and ease. By proactively avoiding these 6 walking mistakes, you create a foundation for a safer, active future. May your footsteps be steady, your heart be, and your legs carry you confidently wherever you choose to go.